What's going on? Heavy Mag Australia, it's Ladybeard coming at you through the internet, through the web waves, through every other wave you can imagine. I'm here today with my amazing friend Kris Peters. He's crispy, he's Kris Peters, he's the Crisposaurus. Hey, he's running this entire operation, and we are coming to you right here, right now. Crispy, how are you, my man?
I'm very well, mate. That is the most energetic intro I've ever had the pleasure of sitting through, mate. Thank you.
Hey, we got to do it. Listen, we're here today to tell you, dear, beautiful Australians, that Ladybeard is coming on tour to Australia with his group Babybeard this June and July. So we all need to get a bit excited, Australia. We need to raise the tempo. We're here to scream with a man in pigtails and two adorable Japanese females. That's what it's all about. And crispy.
Thanks very much, mate. So, as you say, Babybeard hit Australia for a run of shows dubbed the Adorable Assault on Australia Tour, starting in Adelaide over June the 28th to the 30th, then heading to Melbourne on July the 1st and 2nd, Sydney July the 3rd and 5th, and finishing in Brisbane on July the 6th. Like, it's nice to see you finally make it out here, brother.
Thank you, my friend. We've been, yeah. So this group, if you don't know, my name's Ladybeard. I'm in a group called Babybeard. It's me with two adorable Japanese ladies next to me. We're all dancing. The girls are singing. I'm screaming. It's like baby metal, but with a giant bearded cross-dressing Aussie in the middle. That's exactly what it's like. And crispy. Now, so we're coming on tour, as the Crisposaurus tells you. Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. It's going down. It is on like Donkey Kong. The group is called Babybeard, so it's Ladybeard plus babies equals Babybeard. It's very straightforward. And we're coming for you. Listen, we've been trying to make this Australia tour happen for a long time. We put this group together in 2020. We all know what happened then, made touring somewhat difficult. We had a plan, tour 2020. Not happening. Tour 2021. Not happening. 2022. Finally. 2024 is the year of the beard. Actually, they've changed the Chinese zodiac, so it actually is officially the year of the beard for Australians only. So, if you are in Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, we expect to see you on the Adorable Assault on Australia tour with Babybeard coming at you June, July.
Now, I've got to ask you, mate, what is going to be so adorable about your assault on Australia?
Oh, listen, well, first things first, Australia needs an assault. Let's just not mix our words. I mean, if there ever were a nation that the way the whole thing's shaped, it's kind of like a board that you throw darts at, isn't it? Oh, the nation needs some assaulting, you know? I mean, the fact that Tasmania's broken off down there, that was the beginning of the assault, but now we need to complete the whole thing up. We need to break the country up into entirely separate sections. So the only way to do this, the only way you can efficiently, accurately, 100%, completely assault a nation is with adorableness. Because no one wants a disgusting, I'm going to assault you. There's no fun. You need to be assaulted with a little bit of, this is going to be a fantastic assault. So that's what we're here for. Hey, Australia and your senses, we're smashing yous, all of yous, and it's going to be the best. I don't think I even answered your question. I think I just made a bunch of noises.
In a roundabout way, you did. in your own beautiful way, brother.
I'm going to have to get a PR person to just write down the actual answers to these questions and send them in after. Ladybeard just gets on the camera and just makes the microphone distort and doesn't actually tell you any information.
But it's entertaining.
Well, bless you. Thanks, Kris. But hopefully, I'll do it like I'm not Ladybeard, like I'm in another heavy metal band.
Very, very cool. Now, it's quite fitting that you start the tour in Adelaide, which just happens to be your hometown. So, are you nervous about performing in front of friends and family you might not have seen for a while?
No, man, I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. So in Adelaide, we're performing at the biggest anime convention in Adelaide, which is called AvCon. I'm not sure if it is now because the whole pandemic changed everything, but it always was the biggest anime convention in the Southern Hemisphere. So it was a big old deal. And I've been actually trying to get onto this convention for the past 10 years. So wow. I've been trying to do this convention since before I came to Japan. And then once I came to Japan, did well in Japan. Every year we've been trying to get me on this show, and it's just every year it's been, a schedule clash, or some logistical problem, or pandemic. So for 10 years we've been trying to make this appearance happen. Finally, it's happening. I'm so happy because it's happening with the whole group, with me and the girls, which is going to be wonderful, and our video package and everything that we bring to the show. And it's really, I'm really thrilled actually. My parents and my friends and everyone get to see me perform on this big stage, and it's really going to be a good time. So everyone in Adelaide, even if you're not in Adelaide, you should come to Adelaide for AvCon and then see us at the other shows as well. I reckon that's the best way to do it.
And how long has it actually been since you've toured Australia in any capacity?
It's been a long time. So I was at an anime convention in Sydney last year called Smash, but that was just a one and done. It was just come in, do the show in Sydney, and then get out again. In terms of touring, last time I toured the whole country was 2018, I think, on the Big in Japan tour. So it's been a while between drinks, Australia. I have missed you, my dear countrymen and women and country others. I'm looking forward to seeing every single one of you, your smiling faces. Last time we had a fantastic time, but last time it was just me doing my solo act. So if you come to the shows this time, you're going to see the whole enchilada. You're going to see me and the girls. It's going to be a theatrical spectacular. You're gonna see Kris Peters. We're gonna put Kris Peters in a frilly skirt and actually get that shave twisted up into a bit of pigtail action. Maybe the beard. We'll pigtail the beard.
A bit of beard.
Crispy's coming on stage. He's the fourth member of the group. We're changing the group's name to Crispy Beard. Hey, this is gonna be amazing.
I'm gonna have to stay home just so I can come now.
No, fucked you up. You got no choice.
For those unfamiliar with the story of Ladybeard, mate, like we'll get to the girls a little bit later, but for those unfamiliar with the story of Ladybeard, give us a brief rundown on how you went from Adelaide to being a global superstar living in Japan.
All right, listen up, Australia. Here's how it happened. I'm from Adelaide. I moved to Hong Kong when I was a younger human, and I was a stuntman and an actor and a voice actor, and I was doing that, and life was great. Then the 2008 financial crisis came and whipped the rug out from underneath everything I had built. So I said, well, now what I'm going to do? What am I going to do? There was now nothing to do in Australia. There was now nothing to do in Hong Kong. And I said, hi, I've got an idea. I can solve all my problems by becoming a cross-dressing pro wrestler and heavy metal singer, which is an obvious choice. So I did, and then I started doing shows in Hong Kong and around the area, and I toured to Japan, and it went extremely well, and I said, there's my future. So then I moved over to Japan. I got hooked up with my first manager in Japan. Photos of me went viral on the internet, and then my first song with my first group, Nippon Manju, went very, very viral on the internet. And now it's been 10 years of touring the world, doing a bit of the old kawaii metal, doing a bit of the skirang bang with the girly girl dancing and the a lot of this. It's a whole extravaganza. It is hey, it's been an unconventional heavy metal career. Let me put it in those terms.
Unconventional is the word. The press release describes Babybeard as combining colorful Japanese pop culture and relentlessly cute pigtails with heavy metal, pro wrestling, and choreographed dances. Like, pretty much sums it up in one kick and caboodle, doesn't it?
More or less. Listen, hey, listen, it's a press release. We need to tell the people what's going to happen. We need to tell the people what's going to happen so that they're not walking into this going, what are these bearded babies? We had someone come to the show. He literally thought we had a bearded baby from the Amazon. He thought it was just going to be a baby sitting on a chair crying while someone stroked its immaculate beard. But that's not what the show is. It's me and two adorable Japanese ladies doing a kawaii metal performance. We have to sort it out, my friends.
I think it's actually probably fitting to point out here now too, because anyone watching this that isn't familiar with you might get the wrong impression that it's actually a comedy show. But you're a funny bloke, which is on its own, but your music is another thing entirely. It's a serious, proper stage performance, isn't it?
100%. It's a very serious endeavor. We work as hard as we can to deliver the best show that we possibly can. So yeah, no, we're not a comedy act in like the sense of something like, you know, the Key of Awesome or one of those comedy bands. That's not what we do at all. We're a kawaii metal group. So, but here's the difference. Whereas most kawaii metal groups are a bunch of little girls who kind of just sing and dance like little girls with some heavy metal music behind them, we actually have a heavy metal singer as the front person, you see. So this is kind of the essential difference. There actually is screaming. There's proper metal behind the whole thing. And then on top of that, we have a metal singer who actually does all the dancing. So look, dancing like a little girl, screaming like the Crisposaurus, got my two girls with me. It's an extravaganza. And, you know, and somehow, I got to tell you, this is a real problem. Every time we do a show, some character calling himself a pro wrestler, decides to take some kind of issue with Ladybeard, storm the stage, decide he's going to put an end to our amazing performance that we brought across the ocean for you, decides he's going to shut this thing down. I need to deal with him, dispose him, get him off the stage so we can finish the performance. I need to tell you, it's a nuisance.
Sounds like it.
Oh, it's a real nuisance. Real nuisance.
nuisance.
Can't believe it. I didn't start life as a pro wrestler, just so that you understand. This is the problem. A lot of people take issue with me. Say things like, this man calls himself a pro wrestler. That's not what a pro wrestler looks like with your pigtails and your dancing. It's not what pro wrestling is. I'll show you what pro wrestling is. So you see what I'm saying? Listen, worlds collide in this arena spectacular. Worlds are colliding. It's just like a Katy Perry show, except there's no Perry and there's no Katy. There's Ladybeard, two adorable girls. That's what it is.
Now, speaking of those adorable girls, they're both Japanese idols, and it's SUZU and MAHRI. Is that the right name?
SUZU and MAHRI, that's correct.
So,
yes.
tell us a bit about them and their role in Babybeard.
So both the girls, they're both in their early 20s. They're both very sweet, very adorable. SUZU, Crispy, you've met SUZU before. She was one of our original members. And so when we first started telling you about the group, she was here with me, interviewing with me. I was translating everything for her. She's very, very sweet. And so she is real straight from the source Japanese idol. So she is the real thing, my friend. One of the things we've been trying to do with this group is kind of get the Japanese pop culture and kind of, bring it outside Japan somewhat. Because if you're not in Japan and you can't speak Japanese and you're not kind of versed with the culture, there's a lot of really wonderful pop culture here that just you can't really get access to because it's kind of gate kept, not on purpose, just gate kept by the culture and by not knowing where to find it and how to experience it and how to access it, So that's kind of one of the missions with this group is to kind of break down these geographical barriers and cultural barriers and so forth. So SUZU is straight from the source, Japanese idol. MAHRI is actually a very interesting case. While she is Japanese, she actually grew up all over the world. So MAHRI is a very interesting case because she is Japanese in terms of her genetics and whatnot. And she was born in Japan, but then she actually grew up all over the world. So she grew up in Panama, and then I think she lived in Sydney for a while, and then she kind of did her high schooling in Thailand. So she's very interesting because while she is a Japanese person and she is an idol, she's like a globalized idol. So we have quite the interesting dynamic here. We have an Aussie, we have an internationalized Japanese girl, we have a straight from the source Japanese girl. We are bringing the land of the rising sun to you, Australia, straight to you. Everything you could ask for from Japan coming to you in the form of this group and this show.
Fantastic. And you're going to be having Texan J-pop newcomer Girl Pida?
Galaxy Girl Pida, that's correct.
Yeah.
So
tell us about her and why she was chosen.
She's not the kind of artist that you'd normally talk about in a publication called Heavy. But I'll tell you anyway. She's a
go for your life.
She's a J-pop singer from the United States. So it's very interesting now because as the world gets smaller and smaller with the internet, this idol culture they have in Japan of these little girls doing the singing and dancing, which is very adorable, that's starting to be taken up by people outside Japan. So you have non-Japanese people singing in Japanese and dancing in the Japanese style, but they're not Japanese at all. So Pida is one of those. She's an African-American girl from Texas, and she has blown up within the J-pop, J-rock scene recently. And so this is going to be her first time ever coming to Australia. So it's going to be wonderful to have her with us on tour. I'm super proud of her because I sort of mentored her a little bit earlier in her career. And so I'm so proud of her. I met her at a show in Texas in 2016 or something. And she interviewed me, and then afterwards she was like, I want to do this idol thing. We kind of sat down and she told me her plan, and I was like, all right, cool. So I would advise you in the following ways. And I've kind of been, advising her and mentoring her as best I can over the years. And now she's on tour with me. So I'm so proud of this girl. It's going to be really wonderful to have her at the show. Everyone, please come and support her as much as you can. And then we have another group called A-Muse Project, who are a bunch of idols from Brisbane. So they are homegrown J-pop stars. So everyone, please come down and support. It's going to be a happy time.
It will be indeed. Well, that's all I've got for you today, Sir Ladybeard. But the Adorable Assault on Australia tour is on June 28th to 30 in Adelaide, July 1 and 2 in Melbourne, July 3 and 5 in Sydney, and July 6 in Brisbane. And where can people get themselves a ticket if they want to come?
My friends, Ladybeard's group, Babybeard, coming to Australia, the adorable Assault on Australia tour. You need to go to haientertainment.com. That's HAI entertainment.com. Tickets are available there for all the shows. I cannot wait to see you, my beautiful country folk, in the land down under. We are going to take the land down under and turn it upside down. That's the mission of this tour. It won't be down under anymore. It'll be up over. The land up over. Which is we're going to have to organize a licensing agreement with Canada, because right now they've got a bit of a monopoly on being up and over, but we'll figure it out. Hey, Babybeard, the adorable Assault on Australia tour, Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. I cannot wait to see all of you beautiful people there.